Unit 9, Quiz A, number 3. You have y equals 2x squared minus 3x minus 4. X-intercepts. What does it mean to be an x-intercept? What does it mean to be an x-intercept? It's where it crosses on the x-axis. So where does it hit on this axis? What would your y value be when it's on the x-axis? 0. So we are going and saying 0 is equal to 2x squared minus 3x minus 4. Now, what can we use when it's set equal to 0 and we have squares and x's in there to solve for x? Quadratic. So we have negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. A is the number in front of what? The x squared. So A is 2. B is in front of the x. So what is B? Negative 3. C is the thing by itself. So C is negative 4. So you go negative B. So negative times negative 3 gives me a positive 3. Plus or minus the square root of negative 3 squared minus 4 times 2 times my negative 4. All over 2a, which is 2 times 2. A lot of you got to this part, but what happened is you go 3 plus or minus the square root, and you went from here to there, and I was very generous on not taking too many points off, but from here to there you got it wrong. So I want everyone in your calculator to put that in, even if you got it right the first time, and make sure you get 41. Make sure you can plug that into your calculator and get the right thing over 4. All right, now in your calculator, you will do 3 plus the square root of 41, enter, divided by 4. Yep, because, or put parentheses. Make sure you put the right parentheses. And then also do the one that's, I think this is 2.4. I think this is the 2.4. Yeah. And then this one, you would have 3 minus the square root of 41 divided by 4. And you should get a negative 0.9. So, remember that these are the x values of your x-intercept. What is your y value? 0. So your first point is 2.4 comma 0. Your other point is negative 0.9 comma 0. To find the x value of your vertex or your line of symmetry, my equation is x equals what? Negative b over 2a. So negative b, so we have negative and negative is positive 3 over 2 times a, so 2 times 2 is 4. So our line of symmetry is x equals 3/4, which is 0.75. B was 3, A is 2. Vertex is 0.75. How do I find my y value? Morgan, how am I going to find my y value? So I'm going to take this 0.75 and do what with it? Plug it in. So I'm going to plug it into this equation. Make sure you put it in and you get negative 5.125. You would go 2 times 0.75 squared minus 3 times 0.75 minus 4. So yep, you just put it in. Yep. And that gives you your y value. Since it's a 2, is this opening up or opening down? It's opening up. So this value down here, is this the lowest or the highest point? It's the lowest, so it's a min. Your min value is your vertex. So it's 0.75 comma negative 5.125. Vertex form. Vertex form, remember, you take y equals, you leave your a out front, you put parentheses x and the opposite, so minus 0.75. I'm going to square that, and I leave the same on the outside, 5.125. You might say, well, why is it this opposite? Always ask yourself, well, what's the vertex? The vertex would be 0.75 comma negative 5.12. Last thing, graph it. When you graph it, you would do your vertex 0.75 and negative 5, so a little bit past that. So we have 0.75 and then negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you would also graph your x-intercepts. My x-intercepts is 2.4, 0, 1, 2, 2.4, and negative 0.9 right there. I connect these points and we have it done. Tonight's homework, we are going to have it's going to be just like this, and then you'll have to do the quadratic on 2 equations. So the quadratic, you're going to be having 2 answers when you solve that out. All right? All right.